Good afternoon, friend. Today we are back to this seminar session 2. Good morning, friend. Good morning. I hope you guys had a nice day yesterday. Welcome to session 2, part 1 today. Today we will go over 3 types of reading structure that I want you guys to know, to model, and explain what strategic planning is. In Benningham's journal article, he stated that there are 3 kinds of leadership styles. The first one is the leadership style. Leadership style is when a leader motivates people, puts plan into action, and provides direction. Some students have leadership style, but most of them are authoritarian style. The leader is telling other people what to do, how the leader wants the worker to do his job, and refuse to listen any feedback from the worker. The last one is which I think every church to you and have become because it is very helpful. And it's about being teamwork. I think the church is about working together to impress Jesus and show Jesus' love in the kingdom. The name is repetitive style, which means leaders and workers can decide for the decision, but the leader still has the final say on the decision. Now let's go over the structure. According to Norman Starjock and Royal Hessier from this book. According to them, the definition for the processing structure in their book, managing integration, means a mission or any other institution that exists to carry out organization. They have CEOs. Owner is the boss, owner is bosses, owner is manager, owner is the co-worker, it's the worker. Under them is the worker. A lot of churches, especially the denominational churches, have a hierarchical structure. For example, the Catholic Church, they have a pope who is the head of the whole church. Under them, there are canonical is the pope prime-headed man. They work in a different department and they vote for a pope. Under them, they are bishops, and archbishops are the people who take charge for the local Catholic churches. Under them, they are vicar general. It's people who help bishops to govern the local churches. Under them, it is patriarch, priest, and pastor who take care of the daily duty like having a service, leading a mass, hearing confession. Lastly, under them are monks and nuns. Never get married, live together, work together, and spend much time in prayer. Now, let's talk about ownership structure. A source just Starjock and his found the definition of ownership structure is leader and workers working together to make a decision. Both leader and workers are responsible for the outcome of the decision and have a strong sense of ownership. According to Starjock and Hessier, they claim that there are some present developments suggest that the ownership structure will be the next design for the churches. This means that many churches will have a ownership structure. The difference between church structure and ownership structure is that ownership structure still have a supervisor but is willing to hear worker feedback and consider workers' idea. Also, the ownership structure is more like teamwork. The leader still has the final say on the decision, but has collaborated with co-workers. The business structure is like, you do what I tell you, do how I want to do it, and I don't want to hear your idea. It's more like one-way street. It's like a leader. Although a leader is the one who makes all the decisions without considering other people's ideas. It's more like my way or the highway. Why the partnership structure is better? Well, let's look at this by the scripture. Hebrews 10:24-25. Help each other be strong. We should think about each other to see how we can encourage each other to show love and do good work. We must not put meetings together as some are doing. No, we need to keep on encouraging each other. This becomes more and more important as you see the day getting closer. If the scripture saying, this Bible scripture says that when we are talking about churches and the leader and people who work for the leader should always have a meeting to encourage one another, to share good work and share our ideas with each other, to make the churches improve to be better. This scripture is talking about teamwork. This scripture is saying, set up a partnership. In reality, Jesus wants us to be a partner with him and show him to the world. As you know, Jesus wants a partnership. The one now we decide to make a partnership structure in the churches to more like Jesus and represent Jesus in the churches. It's about working with one another. Now we can see that this processing structure is not biblical. Welcome to section 2, part 2. Now we will go over John for the 8th step of shame. John Carter wrote a book that's called The Heart of Shame. It's showing you steps of how to make a shame in other section. Unfortunately, I don't have the book with me, so I cannot tell you that you can Google it up with the internet and you will see the book that I'm talking about right there. And you can persuade it, if you can order if you want to, if you're curious about more about hydrogen ionization. Stuff like that. Okay, the first step is to integrate insurance. In John Carter's book, The Heart of Shame, increase truancy is to collect people who have a sense of something you need to shame. Begin to encourage other people that shame needs to happen and get over the old pattern. John Carter's second step is to build a guiding team, and that is when a group of people is assigned to decision on how to make a change and a guide a change in another station. John Carter's third step is to get a vision. Okay, this is when you and your guiding team sit down together and decide to change another station. Moreover, while you and your team decide to change the vision, you and your team has to think about the new vision for the station carefully. The new vision will have to match what the purpose of the organization. Alternatively, if you are changing the organization's whole purpose, think of a vision that matches the organization's purpose. Think your church purpose. Why you set up your church? After you think the purpose of your church, for a new vision for your church that will match the church purpose. The first step is to communicate for buy-in. According to John Carter, the point for communicating for buy-in is to get many people to be motivated as they learn the new vision and push the change in the progress. The fifth step is to empower action. This is when you remove any barriers in the organization that do not support your new vision. The sixth step is to create short-term wins. It's important because change usually takes time, so every more victory of seeing the change into the station is worth celebrating. Just because no big victory according does not mean the change has not been successful. Also, the way that you will not lose motivation easily as you celebrate every more victory, it will help you focus on one thing at a time instead of looking for a vast victory. Focus on one more victory at a time. Having a focus on a few things is better than having a focus on a ton of things. The seventh step is don't let up. When you say change of point, do not agree on the truancy. Many people will agree on truancy once the decision should be made into the organization. It is essential to keep the truancy up and remove any unnecessary work for the innovation. The last step is to make things quick. When leaders have a meeting to see how the mission progress over. Sharing and organizations themselves have made this to the shame. But the new core value for the hiring program and organization program is you use this kind of knowledge to make some changes just feel free to get the book on the counter that I set near the entry of the room, and they're free. The book will help you to make a change in the structure, so use it as a guide. Now let's talk about strategy planning. Does anyone know what a strategy planning is? Okay, according to Ramsey Helmet Presentation, Change Management 1.3. Strategy planning is a method of having a vision for the organization and make the vision to reality by setting goals or objectives and steps to achieve them. What do I want to talk about strategy planning? Because I think they're interesting and why I think they are important. According to Deborah Carnelian in his article, why is strategy planning important to an organization? Strategy planning acts guidance to help the leader to make decisions for the new vision to be a reality, the goal to achieve and see the progress and where the organization is heading with the new vision that the leader has set. For those of you who do not know how to implement strategy planning, here's how to implement strategy planning. According to Alex Freeman in his article, 3 top ways to implement a strategic plan. The first one, communicate and align, which means the leader, CEO, the pastor needs to have communication and align with the vision of the organization and mission. The second one is The second one is drive accountability, which means the leader, pastor, and CEO should create the goal first and share with them with the rest of the people in the organization. Those co-workers will have their goal and feedback to share with the leader, pastor, and CEO. The leader, pastor, and CEO share the goal with the organization. The third one, create focus, which means focusing on one goal and target the progress on improving the organization. Fourth is be action oriented, which means the leader, pastor, and CEO will need to take daily action to reach the desired goal. Lastly, track progress, which means taking regular meetings to see how the progress is going. Those 5 critical ways to implement a strategy plan are a great way to do so because it steps what the leader person can do to make the strategy plan into the organization and have a successful strategy that proves the organization. Why do we choose such a choose? Part 3. We will go over multiple model, and I think this will help the change that you want to make into structures. Let's go over step 1, shall we? According to Randy Helm in Presentation, Conflict Management 0.2, model is a 4-step program that leads the leader a path, his team to mission, a vision, planning, core value, and strategy that create new change in the structure. The first step is the development of the mission. A leader, a pastor will have to create a new mission for the structure organization when there are some changes. A mission determines the organization's direction and helps to see the organization is functioning. Focusing on the organization's future and guide the decision progress that must make and encourage unity. The mission is important because it helps you identify your organization's goal and help you establish the goal that you need to achieve for your organization. The second step is the development of the vision. This is what the leader should drive the organization's purpose. It's what you want to achieve and shows what the organization should be leading. Why vision is important? Vision is important because it gives the organization workers motivation and purposing, giving the leader risk-taking and the courage to make the vision to reality. According to Randy Helm, many leaders cannot stop the difference between vision and mission. Helmet explained that the mission shows where the station is going. It's information on the station function. It's about knowing where the station is going, coming from the head, which includes tentacles. Lastly, is the broad focus. Vision is a quick picture of where the station is going. Again, vision is a quick picture of where the station is going. It inspires people to achieve the military task. It helps people see where the station is going. It includes passion because it's coming from the heart. Vision has to never forget. This mission and vision are identical. They should be used in the church. If you want to change the churches, then rewrite the mission and vision. They are the key to help you to improve the churches. The third step is discovering core values. This is when the leader has to find the person organization believe and support and do not support, and when principle organizations stand on. Values are important because they communicate what is important for the organization, influence behavior, and determine the mission and vision, encourage you to act, help the ministry speak. The last step is designing strategy. Councils define strategy as the broker that determine how the job will accomplish a mission. This is how the mission, vision, the broker will be working together to achieve goals. Also, what the church will be setting up or doing in order to achieve the goal. Why don't you know what is your mission, vision, value, and strategy for the church? If you are making a change in the church, then write the new mission and value and strategy. Remember, strategy is like making a plan to achieve the goal. Why the strategy plan is important? If you do not have a plan on how you will achieve your goal, how in the world you will know what to do and which goal to achieve? You cannot achieve a goal without planning first. We must plan something first to achieve it. Planning is vital. It helps you to achieve each goal that you want to accomplish in your church. I think the model gives me the it's more useful for the churches than John called a model. The guy created a model specially for the churches. However, you guys can use those models to make a change in the churches. He helped save some examples of designing strategy, and they are average into community, making it stable, finding some team, building the team, assessing the setting, and writing finance. For example, just charging finance to risk kids at the rate with the gospel that you first visit every part of the neighborhood that have kids at the rate that you have to live. Then make an announcement to the community that you plan to help kids at the rate and help them to choose better choices. So you make plans to make an average for the kids. Hence, you find those people want to help the kids at break. Then you find some area where you want to local average. Then raise some funds. You have enough money to make an average. You reach those kids and encourage and enough money to afford all the materials that will be needed. And that is all I have for today. See you tomorrow and have a great day. Bye.